So for today's video, I'm just going to hop on and play a quick couple of games because, quite frankly, I'm excited to get back to making content. So nothing super flashy today. We're just going to hop on and play a deck that I was playing the last time I streamed. I don't think this deck is particularly good, but it can be a lot of fun and it can have some splashy moments. This is essentially like Prophecy Mage, but it's not the control version. It's kind of more like a mid-range Prophecy Mage, and it also runs Journey to Sovngarde. So, yeah, again, this is mostly just because I want to make a video and get back to it. I'm glad to finally, you know, hopefully have all my family stuff put behind me, get back into the normal schedule, content creation, all of the things. So, we're just hopping right in. Alright, it got better. We're just hopping right in. I'm really excited to be making this. I'm going to be making some additional videos here in the near future as well.
Careful there, friend.
Find the Murkwater Witch. I've got another episode of The Forge coming. I've got some more gameplay videos like this where we're just going to play, you know, a couple of games here real quick. I kind of don't want to miss getting the value on this ward, though I could just slap this down, but I want to develop a mage, I think, as well, and not tip my hand to the sheer insane number of prophecies I'm running. Make sure we have control of the board. Yeah, so I'm going to be making some quick gameplay videos. We're also going to be putting up some, like, I guess I'll call them introductory videos for some other games. Kind of like a quick look sort of thing for, like, Hand of the Gods, Shardbound, Duel of Summoners. I might even do like a mobile game or something in there. I've been playing a lot of mobile games lately as I've been dealing with my family stuff. I've been not at my computer, which means that I am certainly playing more games on mobile than not as a result. Oh, that's very timely. That can hopefully eat that for us. Take our balance.
Your blood will spill!
Break a rune. We break a rune with this because if he did get like a lightning bolt doesn't kill this, so it wouldn't have erased our damage. Drop a Dapper Defender. So this looks like it's a pretty standard, like, mid-range assassin list so far. It could be a Last Gasp because of the Arcanist and Avenger, so it actually could even be actually a really good rip. It could be like Altar Assassin. Alright, so we're probably just gonna saturate with the two of these over here. And probably take that trade as well. I mean, I know we lose this, but again, keeping control of the board I think is really important.
Share or take. Your blood will
So let's go ahead and do that. And then
5 and 8, they will meet their makers.
like that. So this likely finds Cruel Firebloom if this is truly the Last Gasp, like, Altar Assassin deck that I expect it to be.
Let's dance.
Yeah. See, that just kind of further... Oh. So one of the things I was hoping for was to kind of soak on the old Cruel Firebloom stuff.
Defile our temple.
Like, if it would have hit there, that would have been ideal. Okay. We still don't have anything to get back with our iron yet, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's go ahead and take that. And then before we decide what we're doing with anything else, let's draw a card. Wardcrafter seems
I shall
pretty
end their
good.
blasphemy!
But we're just going to saturate. Save the Wardcrafter for potential combat tricks. So one of the things this deck kind of does well is, against other aggressive decks, we have a ridiculous number of cards with Prophecy. So the idea is, you know, usually, hopefully, that the prophecies slow them down, and then against slower decks, if your prophecies remain intact, hopefully we'll find a Journey to Sovngarde, and at that point, after you find Journey to Sovngarde, hopefully with all your runes intact, you'll shuffle in some of your prophecies that you've played manually, and then it makes it so that breaking a rune is like extra painful for the opponent.
Careful there.
We're just gonna go ahead and do this just because it lets
I
this
shall end their
survive.
blasphemy!
And we're actually not gonna give him this rune, I don't think. I don't see much of a benefit there. I mean, he doesn't likely have a ton of prophecies, but I would
Nice
expect
try.
like Shrieking
Care to go
Harpy,
again?
Lightning Bolt, at a minimum. And
The
I prefer
ambition
him
of the Telvanni
have to
knows
like
no
pay for
bounds.
those as opposed to getting them for free. He's doing a good job of keeping up with
What have we
cards,
here?
just because of the nature of all of his cycle and last gasp effects, which is kind of what we would expect. Alright,
We'll hold,
let's start
no matter
by
what.
seeing what we can find with a draw.
Stand
I think
fast.
we're going to go ahead and kind of accept that over there. So if that's the case, we're just going to do that as
No
well.
matter what.
Barring another Archmage, I'm okay with those kind of biting. We're also
Bless
going to go
us,
ahead
Kai.
and do this.
May we serve you with
This is
every
like a 50-50 proposition. If I don't do this here, right, then this gets this easy win. But right now we walk into an Ice Storm kind of clearing our board. And typically the Ultra decks do run Ice Storm. But I think that it's probably better to play for what you know they have versus what they might have. It could go either way on that. There's even still no guarantee throwing it on this that lets it survive the Ice Storm, but... Heck,
Scales move in shadow.
alright, good news is we get to generate a fair amount of pressure here. And I don't think we go for any... Well, we might actually value trade there and then just Javelin. Except, I think what we're actually
Bless
gonna
us,
do...
Kai. May we serve you with
For the
every
warrior.
word.
That
Don't
value
make me
trade.
laugh.
Swing for 8 like so. Let's go ahead and get the Javelin there. Play the Crocodile there. So again, we're kind of like walking into Ice Storm, but
By the sacred words of Veloth.
good news is we now finally, we finally have an
The
action
ambition of the
for
Telvanni
Iron to
knows no
fetch
bounds.
for us. So that's good news. Oh, that Journey is so saucy. We clearly, obviously, like suicide all these before we play our Journey. The real question is, do I also suicide over here one, or do I just push for damage? I think I suicide just to maximize value, because we still have 4 runes, which is a really spicy number of things to put back.
Don't make me laugh. For the warrior! For the
Take
warrior!
this.
White.
I don't think I want to get in that rune quite yet either. Journey, shuffle all those bad boys back, and yeah, let's see what we can get. We're obviously much thinner, and we still have the Javelin to get back with Iron, but that was a lot of creatures that went
We'll
back
stand
in.
together.
Many of them with Prophecy, so even if he were to stabilize here,
Shall we put in a dishonest day's
things are
work?
looking pretty good for us. Alright, we don't want him to drain, so that's going to eat our Javelin. We're looking to Iron Javelin. Ooh, that's spicy.
May the ancestors bless us.
Let's get the that guy off.
By
And...
the 8th, they will meet their maker.
Oh, I'm a juvenile. Because in my head I just laughed at myself. Let's get that guy off. Oh. Man, I missed playing games.
Let's go then. My
Missed
time
making
is
content.
precious.
Really excited to get things moving and grooving again. Hopefully you guys are excited to see some more videos. I'm really excited about what Pete Hines said in our chat.
I
So
am
if
the
you guys
Queen
missed
Mother.
the podcast,
Attend me.
Pete had dropped by and had mentioned something about, hey, I really wished people would focus on making content for November. Oh, that's still really, really saucy though. Let's get a card.
We uphold, no matter what.
We're already getting that sweet, sweet Sovngarde value. Alright, so they got no way to push for lethal. We were trying to find something to remove there, but we can.
By our service we
However.
honor kind. History shall remember this day. Sheor teeth.
Do a little bit of that. It does also mean he gets the drain off, so we will be going to at least 12, but we put a lot of power on the board this turn, so he's going to have to respond to that as well. Not really worried about our own health total at the moment, just because we've got the ability to kind of soak quite a bit, plus still 4 runes with a lot of prophecies in our deck, including some that are buffed with Journey. Kind of surprised he took that out when we have the old 9/7 there. Unless he's got more answers. Because right now, unless he does something else, we're like 1 off of lethal.
Let's dance.
Even with him gaining 6 here. Because this can eat here, and this takes us to 11. Which would make us, what, like a lightning bolt away from lethal, another Housecarl away from lethal. Man, we survived Cruel Fire Bloom, but he could have a Firebolt or a Lightning Bolt now. He's doing a good job of trying to stabilize. I'll give him that. That's a
By
interesting
the
rip.
8th they will meet their makers. We are not amused.
So now, we just have to see if we can find the lethal. Let's give him the old good games for being a good
By our
sport.
service we honor kind.
Don't make
And we
me
can
laugh.
skip that last rune. Alright, so, like I said, I don't think this deck is particularly good, but it can be a lot of fun, just because of the sheer number of prophecies and Journey to Sovngarde shenanigans. Just like the old daily duels, that sadly kind of stopped being a thing for a bit. I do plan on playing 2 games, win or lose, and then we're going to throw this bad boy up onto the old YouTube so that I can pretend like I make content. But alright. I call this Prophecy to Sovngarde. It's probably not the ideal build. I think ideal build would be a more controlling build. I feel like a little bit less mid-rangey, a little bit more controlling, and this actually could be viable. You know, a couple of Ice Storms, you know, 2 or 3 in there, and then maybe even Dark Harvester that I'm not currently running might go a long way. I think Desperate Conjuring might be a bit of overkill, but who knows? Alright, so we're up against a monk. I've been seeing, believe it or not, I've been seeing a lot of mid-range monk so far this season, so like, I don't know what happened. I don't know who posted a deck. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of prophecy cards in our hand, and we'd prefer to see them in our deck.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Like, Token Monk I'm used to seeing, but I've been seeing a lot of mid-range Monk, and I only mention it because
Bless us kind.
mid-range Monk is
May we
actually
serve
kind
you
of a
with
rough
every
matchup
word.
for this deck, I'm finding. Because the card quality is just better than ours, and so
You
we
won't
don't get a
spoil
lot
my
of like
plan.
good prophecies early. We kind of lose out on on our tempo.
For the warrior!
I think I'm going to go ahead and play this, even though we don't get the cycle on it. Assuming this finds a curse, this could still trade into it and survive. So the real question is, does he have, like, rank into Hive Defender or not?
By our service, we honor
Could do
time.
that as well.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Yeah, this is looking like the mid-range monk builds that I've been seeing as of late. Which, as I said, is a bit interesting to me.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Don't make me
You can't escape.
Let's take the trade and get this over here. Maybe we can soak, but I got to imagine he's going face. Our job is to just try to get... Oh, he takes the trade. I was going to say, our job is to try to get and keep control of the board. That's interesting. We've got the jab, we've got the bolt. I really don't want him to get what is potentially a second curse here. But I also really don't want to waste, like, a lightning bolt on a Skulk. Skulk is such a problem. But if I play this, then the Skulk still gets through. Which means he could, like, double curse here, or he could just... Well, he's already got one trigger, right? So Curse Leaf Lurker is already potentially a thing, I suppose.
You can't escape.
I guess let's see what we were giving him first.
Let none defile our temple.
Let's go that route. I think I kind of want to save the Javelin for an emergency button, and I kind of want to save the Lightning Bolt for some burst.
Anasi finds it useful to use her enemy's strength against them.
Anasi is a very good
will
player.
foil my plan.
Let's see if he double curses here. That would pull that off. No. So he's just saving whatever he's finding, which I find to be interesting.
You can't escape.
We will nuke
Don't
his
make me laugh.
Anasi and try to get some more pressure.
They make it too
First is
easy.
fair. First can then trade with the 4-2. I wonder if he... Maybe he's on like a Goblin Monk and he's waiting to drop the Goblins and then buff them with a Skirmisher. Or potentially something equally... No, he's not trading. That's not a good sign for us when he
I've
is
got you
not
covered.
trading.
Khajiit needs coin, and he will have it.
had enough.
By our service, we honor time.
That worked out really well for us. That worked out really well for us. So we can double curse and trade. And there is the final curse. Okay. Well, we've got to nuke that. Like, let's be honest, that's got to be a thing, right? Now I should probably trade here to prevent that from getting even more absurd with that. So let's go with a lightning bolt. I think we Daggerfall in the field because we're gonna end up just playing Ancano on that anyway.
You can't escape.
Don't make me
Realistically.
laugh.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
The biggest problem now is like a Thieves' Den combo of some kind.
You will not defeat this
Oh, he's
one.
gonna make the trade. Kind of surprised by that, but not really, I guess.
Easy.
Interesting. I could Hive Defender and Bolt. But if I do this here, we're still one off a lethal. but we could, with a Prophecy, threaten lethal. But I do give him a rune that way. But I guarantee that this is gone. Because otherwise, this gets to swing twice. Like, even if I Hive Defender in front of this, this thing still goes off. So, yeah.
I have many important things on my mind.
I think that this is the proper path. I mean, he likely has an answer to this, but we do also have a couple of runes that he has to go through, and given the high prophecy count, I think we gotta put faith in our deck building. Like so. I think we nuke the 4/4.
We'll hold, no matter what.
And he does have the answer.
No! Oh.
Not exactly a shock. As much as I want a Fate Weaver there and kind of say, like, YOLO, we gotta put some bodies up over here.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
We have to try to stop that damage from pouring through. Because if we don't hit anything on the Fate Weaver there, we're just playing Daggerfall again, and then we're taking at least 3, probably 7, and then that's not even counting more. Right?
Go!
Khajiit has had enough.
So,
Come on. Oh, we were hoping for a chain. Alright, I'll admit, the word wall's a bit obnoxious in terms of slowing me down. That being said, we got a couple of ways to deal. And I can't really deal with this very well. I think this thing has to survive. I think we're looking at like a jab and a lightning bolt, and then attacking into this. We have to get rid of this because if he does have like a leveled up Drained Vitality going off, we don't want it to hit for 3 and nuke that, so that means that has to die. So that goes there. We go like that. So we lose to Tazcad, but there's nothing I can do about that.
Don't make me laugh.
We lose to Double Cliffracer. Golden Saint's really good. Wow, that is a really strong turn. That is a really strong turn. The worst part is I don't even have a good way to like chew through 2 of these. I mean, I can make it that he still needs charge to kill me.
Sheor, take.
Let none defile our temple.
Like, removal will get there as well, but that's the best we got. So this is what I was kind of talking about with the whole, like, for whatever reason, mid-range monk gives this deck kind of some fits because of card quality. And I don't know where it popped up from.
There's a plan.
This is maybe like the 6th time I've played against it so far this season. Like, it just keeps showing up, and I don't know what caused it. I mean, I guess bravo to the people playing it. because they're clearly farming me. I'm trying to think about what would be any potential out here. So like I can take this out, but other than ripping even more prophecies off with Fate Weaver, I'm not sure how else we stabilize. I mean, Iron can get back a Lightning Bolt that I could play for 3, so that would be 8, but then I could at most do nothing else, right? So it still has to be this and then pray.
So, it has been written.
Be on your guard.
Sheor take you.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Sheor take you.
Sadly, I think that's going to be it. I don't think I can block enough. I'm playing the Crocodile over there, kind of hoping he'll take the value trade just to buy me yet another turn. But I got a sneaking
You won't foil
suspicion
my plan.
that we just die here. Yeah,
It has
that's game.
been my
Good
turn.
game.
It has been an engaging hunt.
Alright, well. You got to see the good and the bad, so sometimes it's a lot of fun. Again, I don't know what it is so far this season, but I'm seeing an awful lot of mid-range Monk, and I don't know why, I don't know where it came from, but it's a bad matchup for this deck. So the good news is that typical aggressive decks don't seem to have any problems with it, but this like mid-range Prophecy Mage, not faring so well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Look forward to posting some more. I'm glad to finally be back at it. I love you guys, and as always, until next time, may you walk on warm sands.